top story, WSAV is working to learn more details related to the shooting near Windsor Forest High School this afternoon.
Savannah police telling us that a man was left seriously hurt. WSAV's Isabella Baez joining us live from near the school. Isabella, what can you tell us right now?
That's right, Tina. I'm right off of Largo Drive, right across the Publix and right near Windsor Forest High School. Now, this all started over 2 hours ago and the police are still on scene. It began after police were notified about a shooting. A spokesperson for the Savannah Police Department saying they responded to a ShotSpotter alert just before 3 o'clock, where two groups of people got into an altercation. SPD says one man was left with serious injuries. Georgia Southern University police issued an alert earlier today saying they were looking for two suspects at the time who were last seen in the area of the Joseph Landings apartment complex. However, since then, one person was located and placed in custody. WSAV also spoke with Chatham County Sheriff Richard Coleman, who shares the shooting was an isolated incident.
Nothing to worry about. This was an isolated incident. We are currently looking into the matter, and we won't stop until the suspect is off our streets and behind bars where they belong.
Portions of Largo Drive are now starting to open back up, and we are still working to get more information, and we will keep you updated on air and online. Reporting in Savannah, I'm Isabella Baez, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Isabella, thank you. Savannah police on the scene of another shooting, this one on East 71st Street.
And WSAV's Isley Herschel is joining us now live from that scene. Isley, what have you been able to find out there?
Tina, Ben, that's right. I'm currently on the scene of a still very active police investigation. Take a look at that scene behind me. I'm at the 1200 block of East 71st Street, where the police department has been able to confirm that a child was shot and sustained injuries. We've heard from officials on the scene confirming this as well. Currently, we have the Savannah Police Department on the scene, and the Board of Education Police were also here. And we are looking to still get some more information for you. As we learn more, we're going to update you both on air and online on our website, WSAV.com. For now, live in Savannah, Isley Herschel, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Isley, thank you. The Bulloch County Sheriff's Office arresting Joshua Parrish and Michael McCullum in connection to a carjacking and kidnapping case. Sheriff deputies say they were called to an area near around 3 o'clock this morning, this after reports of prowling. When they did arrive, the suspects took off in two cars. One crashed, and after a struggle with a deputy, Parrish was arrested. One passenger did get away, while the second was the victim of a carjacking. The second car crashed in the area of Wolfpen Lane, where a nearby homeowner managed to detain McCullum. Both will face multiple charges in this case, and officials are still searching for the third suspect.
Bulloch County leaders are trying to come up with a plan for how to deal with data centers. The Board of Commissioners is trying to create guidelines governing how they would be built in unincorporated portions of the county. WSAV's Evan Smoke in attendance and has more on why the board was given this information just 2 weeks after tabling a vote that would have banned data centers altogether.
By and large, today's presentation was really, what does the draft ordinance say? How could data centers be regulated in Bulloch County if the Board of Commissioners decided to move forward in adoption of a land use that allowed them in some way?
That was County Planning and Development Director James Pope, who walked commissioners through a set of guidelines staff put together on how the county could regulate data centers if they were allowed. Tuesday's draft outlined several requirements for the county. Some of these include a 500 feet setback from residential or mixed-use properties, the use of a closed-loop water system, noise restrictions, and rules for generator use. Pope says this was brought before commissioners prior to a vote on an outright data center ban.
Earlier this month, with the zoning case that would say no data centers in unincorporated Bulloch, through discussion during that meeting, the commissioners kind of left the door open to, well, let's just hear what staff's come up with.
No action was taken on the draft Tuesday ahead of next month's vote. One commissioner expressed no desire to move forward with the ordinance, citing the results of a ballot question from earlier this year.
The voted said no. And I think that's what we need to be looking at. Not what we want to do up here. We are elected to serve the citizens of this county. And that's what the citizens of the county said. And that's what I'm going to push and fight for until we get this done.
The county is still set to vote on a text amendment that would disallow data centers as a permitted land use on September 1st. The county's moratorium on any data center applications also remains in effect through the end of the year.
Happening now, Statesboro City Council will vote on a rezoning request that could pave the way for a data center in the city limits. Well, developers are asking for approximately 27-acre parcel off Burkhalter Road to be rezoned from high-density residential to office and business. That request received a recommendation of approval from the city's Planning and Zoning Commission earlier this month. Rezoning is the first step in this process. If the request is approved today, well, developers will still need a special use permit to be approved. That permit will have to go before both the Planning and Zoning Commission and City Council again. WSAV's Evan Smoke is at the meeting. He'll have a full recap tonight on News 3 at 10 and 11.
Alec Murdaugh's legal team has now changed its mind on where his next murder trial should be held.
Alton County is poison. I don't think he, with a straight face, the state would argue that we should go back to Carlton County.
That was Dick Harpootlian making his case against keeping the trial in Colleton County. In their latest motion, the defense requested to move the case to Richland County, that's the Columbia area. That would limit the number of attorneys, court staff, witnesses who need hotel rooms because they already live there. Friday, the defense spent more than an hour arguing for Charleston County to host the retrial. Prosecutors said that would cost too much money and cause logistical issues. Judge McCaslin will make the final decision on a venue for the trial, which is scheduled for April 5th.
WSAV is your local election headquarters. Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger announcing the dates of a special primary for district attorney in the Atlantic Judicial Circuit. That primary will be held on November 3rd in Bryan, Evans, Liberty, Long, McIntosh, and Tatno counties. This comes after Governor Kemp selected the former district attorney Billy Joe Nelson Jr. to fill the Judicial Circuit branch seat left vacant by the retirement of Chief Judge Robert L. Russell III. Now, if needed, a runoff will be held on December 1st.
A major roadwork project continues to cause headaches for drivers and businesses in Port Royal. It covers a stretch of Paris Avenue, blocking sidewalks and disrupting traffic. City leaders say the temporary pain will be worth it when the project is finished. Port Royal town leaders say this project has been years in the making. Paris Avenue originally built for trucks, and after years of wear and tear from heavy traffic, it's now being repaired. The construction project also includes upgrades to aging stormwater drainage. The goal is to make the street better and more accessible to families, but some local business owners say they're taking a financial hit because that construction, which began in April, is keeping some customers away. Town leaders say they're trying to help those owners.
I think we have the flexibility to offer financial assistance. What we can do is heighten our social media interactions, potentially address some additional advertising, letting folks know. We've been talking to Adams to talk about additional billboards potentially.
On the bright side, town leaders say it may not look like it, but construction is on the side of the road is almost done. Work will soon shift to the other side, hopefully making it easier for customers to reach these businesses.